Greetings. I wanted to take a moment today and share a sacred bathing ritual with you that I'm about to perform. I went to the beach recently and I found this lovely seaweed here. It was almost the only seaweed on the beach, and it just felt like divine timing and a manifestation. I went to the beach to relax, and then it occurred to me that I could collect some seaweed and have a very relaxing and divine bath to connect with my mermaid fairies. And I'll talk to you more about my mermaid fairies a little bit later. But let me tell you, something told me to take a walk on the beach. And as I began walking, I just looked, and there was the seaweed, just like you see it here, just sitting there, fresh, beautiful, green. Have you ever seen seaweed this pure? It was attached to a rock like it had floated from down deep, and some kind of way made its way up to the surface. And so I just picked it up and just brought it home. And I also found this stone. And the stone was the first thing that I found. And when I saw this stone, something just told me this is for bathing. Take this stone home and hold it and use it to transfer any residue from any ancestral karma that you have, and push it into this stone and allow this stone to absorb all the toxicity, all the negativity, all the dark energy that no longer belongs to you, and release it. All right? So this is what I'm going to be doing in the bath today. Another beautiful thing that occurred is that on the way back home from the beach, just so happened to be a pop-up going on at closing time, and something said go over and see what's going on. So I pulled over and went to the pop-up, and there was a wonderful lady there who was selling bath salts. And so I picked up some eucalyptus sea salt, and it's going to be a beautiful addition to this bath that's going to help me to release. Eucalyptus oil has been extremely powerful for me in terms of releasing ancestral karma, and I'm really looking forward to this bath. Over the years, I've been able to tune into myself on a deeper level through meditation and focusing on the inner temple within. And through these meditations, I've gone on journeys within myself that have introduced me to my ancestors. And depending on how many journeys you take will determine how many ancestors you can meet. You can set the intention on who you'd like to meet, and you can just leave it open and meet whoever comes forth. And in some of my journeys, the ancestors have inspired me to take these journeys so that they could connect with me, and having already told me which ancestors wanted to speak with me. And in this journey, I began to connect to some of my Atlantean ancestors of the mermaid degree. And these mermaids have certain healing processes that they use to help us to heal ancestral karma. They're sensitive to the karma that we carry. They're always with us. They hear our prayers. They feel our intensity. They love us immensely. And they have so much to share. They have so much wisdom and so much power. And so today what I like to do is to initiate my connection with them for you. As they're the ones that guided me to the beach. They're the ones that created all the manifestations and put everything in place. And they're the ones that's going to guide me in the sacred seaweed bathing ritual. So let's talk to them for a moment and see what they want to say to us about this ritual. Angels and ancestors, spirits of the sea, what message do you have for me? Speak to me clearly. Thank you sincerely. I love you dearly. Okay. And the first card out is the Transmutation card. What a beautiful card. It says cellular intelligence. Cellular intelligence, yes. So I'm picking up that when I put this seaweed into the water, it's an intermedium for them to connect to me and for me to raise my vibration energetically and awaken my cellular memory. Okay, so the seaweed is like a conduit, and so is the salt. Okay, it's a point of connection. It's partially intention, but it's also magical, mystical power of the mind and the memory. Okay, there's so much here. All right, so I'm seeing the fairy energy coming through, Atlantean ancestry coming through, DNA activation coming through, cellular activation coming through, awakening coming through, definitely raising of the vibrational frequency coming through. So when you do a bath of this nature, it elevates you consciously and it awakens aspects of you that you don't technically remember, but you will begin to remember on a cellular level because you're activating those cells, is what they're showing me in this transmutation card. Number 39, 3 and 9 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. It's a perfect harmonic number. All right, let's pull another one. This one is Star Being, Healing Codes. All right, Healing Codes, Star Being. Look at that, Higher Self Activation, Earth Angel, Energy. Important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Yes. So I'm feeling a surge. I'm feeling an energetic surge with this Star Being, Healing Codes. This is really returning you to your purest, truest self here. What you were like before your ancestors fell. And when I speak of your ancestor, I'm speaking of Atlantis, our Atlantean ancestors. This is more the state of being that they existed in before they began using technology for war. Yes, they were higher beings in the physical realm, in a different state of physicality, more high vibrational world. Stellar Gateway activation. Oh my goodness. Again. Okay. I did not know that this card was in here, but I've been receiving this message telepathically. I even recorded a message this morning about it, about the Stellar Gateway activation. I'll link it to this video if I don't just roll it in completely, because this is not going to be a long video. Stellar Gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation, vortex. All right. Okay, vortex. All right. It's time for us to begin moving through these gateways. These gateways are portals to higher consciousness and quantum leaping events, quantum jumping events. So as we start awakening to these gateways, we open up our potential to return back to our true self more quickly. There's different ways that you can do it. You can do it organically without even trying, just by being sensitive and following your intuition. And depending on how good you are at that will depend on how long it takes you. It could take you many, many years to do. You can do it with different systems. You can use the Kabbalah. You can use religious practice, spiritual practice, different schools of thought, different exercises, meditations, yogas, martial arts, and you can do it that way. And again, it depends on your aptitude and ability on how long it would take you to return to your true self. Or you can quantum leap through these stargates by activating your solar star chakra. And this is what the ancestors have been speaking to me about. My solar star chakra activation and my heart activation as a stargate. Wow, that's powerful. So all of this is connected to this sacred healing bath that I'm doing today. Let's pull one more. All right. Decisiveness, serious solar empowerment, okay? Take action. Do it now. Do not procrastinate. Decisiveness is the number 10, perfect number of completion and new beginnings. Serious solar empowerment. On the bottom of the deck, we have crown chakra upgrade. Okay, crown chakra upgrade. See if you can see that. All right, crown chakra upgrade. So we're talking about the solar star chakra. It's a crown chakra upgrade. So if your crown chakra is already open, already active, already connected to your higher self, communicating with the divine, communicating with your guardian angels, with your ancestors and ascended masters, this is an upgrade to the next level of consciousness here. This is what this bath is about. Wow. I'm just tingling all over. This is a new era for me, and an awakening for me, and an upgrade, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll add one update post bath to let you know how I feel and anything interesting that happened.